All right, 49ers fans, let's dive straight into the latest updates and insights about our team, because there's a ton happening that's shaping up to make this season truly exciting. First off, let's talk about the new uniforms that have fans buzzing across the board. When the first glimpse of these black jerseys came out, there was a bit of skepticism about whether they would stay true to the classic 49ers identity. After all, previous attempts at black uniforms didn't quite capture the essence of San Francisco. But with this new design, everything seems to fall into place beautifully. The saloon-style font combined with gold-trimmed lettering gives off a bold, yet elegant look that feels entirely authentic to the franchise. It's the kind of uniform that not only honors the team's history, but also gives the players an edge on the field with a fresh, modern aesthetic. Honestly, in my opinion, this is a solid 5 out of 5. The level of detail is incredible, and it really emphasizes the 49ers' identity while also giving fans something new and exciting to cheer for. Now, speaking of excitement, there's a lot to discuss regarding the 49ers' current roster situation, especially when it comes to injuries and returning players. This offseason, the team faced a significant challenge, with over 22 players dealing with various injuries during training camp. At a glance, this could have been alarming, but the 49ers front office and coaching staff approached the situation strategically. Instead of rushing to fill gaps with new signings or making hasty moves, they assessed the recovery timelines and trusted their projections. So far, that calculated gamble seems to be paying off. In the past couple of weeks, we've seen more injured players returning than expected. For instance, Dominic Pun is making great strides and is on track to be in the starting lineup for Week 1, while Jordan Watkins, initially projected to be a late return, is now expected to be ready right from the kickoff. Seeing these key players back on the field is not just encouraging for the coaching staff, but it also energizes the fan base because it signals that the team is entering the season at near full strength. Beyond the starting lineup, even practice squad players like MVS are showing potential to contribute in significant ways, which adds depth and versatility to the roster. In addition to the injury updates, there's growing excitement around the wide receiver room and potential acquisitions. John Lynch confirmed that the team is actively in discussions to bring Kendrick Bourne back into the fold. Bourne, of course, has a notable history with the 49ers, including an impressive season in 2019 where he tied for the most touchdown receptions on the team despite a limited number of targets. His ability to find the end zone with efficiency could be a major asset, particularly in scenarios where other receivers, such as Jauan Jennings, might face setbacks. Speaking of Jennings, it's concerning that he hasn't been on the practice field recently. While injuries can always play a role, the timing and context suggest that contractual negotiations might be influencing his participation. The implications of his absence could affect not only on-field performance, but also locker room dynamics, as he is considered a key cultural piece for the team. The front office and coaching staff are navigating these situations carefully, aiming to balance team chemistry, contractual obligations, and game readiness in a way that ultimately benefits the 49ers' long-term success. Shifting focus to the broader NFC landscape, there's plenty to consider regarding how other teams' moves impact the 49ers' positioning. The recent trade of Micah Parsons from the Cowboys to the Packers is a game-changer in multiple ways. Parsons' contract, which includes fully guaranteed money at historic levels for a non-quarterback player, is a bold move that could redefine expectations for player salaries across the league. While the Packers are acquiring a top-tier talent, they're also committing substantial resources to a single player, which comes with inherent risks. On the Cowboys' side, giving up 2 first-round draft picks for Parsons might seem excessive, considering how pivotal he has been to their defense. Both teams are making high-stakes bets on short-term and long-term outcomes, and these moves create ripple effects for the entire NFC. For the 49ers, these developments underscore the importance of maintaining roster stability, depth, and adaptability. The NFC, outside of the Eagles, is filled with teams facing question marks, which opens opportunities for San Francisco to capitalize on consistency and strategic planning. With a team that is increasingly healthy and a front office willing to make calculated decisions, the the 49ers could be in a strong position to take advantage of instability elsewhere. Returning to the team's internal dynamics, the wide receiver room deserves close attention. Kendrick Bourne's potential return, combined with the versatility of practice squad players stepping up, gives the offense multiple options and allows Shanahan's system to thrive. The offense is designed around the run game first, with the passing game distributing opportunities across a variety of players. This philosophy means that even if certain starters are absent or limited, others can step in and maintain a high level of performance. The strategic balance of talent across different positions ensures that the team doesn't become overly dependent on a single player, which is critical in a league where injuries and contract situations can shift unexpectedly. Additionally, integrating younger players who may not have started in previous seasons allows the coaching staff to evaluate talent under real game conditions, which strengthens the roster over time. It's a system built on depth, resilience, and adaptability, and the early returns this season indicate that these principles are being successfully applied. Looking ahead, the 49ers' schedule presents both challenges and opportunities. The upcoming matchup against the Seattle Seahawks is a prime example of a game that demands focus and preparation. Seattle is considered to be on the rise, with a roster full of talent eager to prove itself. For the 49ers, it's essential to approach this game with a combination of respect and confidence, understanding that their preparation, depth, and ability to integrate returning players will be decisive factors. Every practice, every snap, and every adjustment on the field will matter in securing a strong start to the season. The team's management of injuries, player readiness, and strategic signings will play a significant role in the outcome, and early indications suggest that the 49ers are aligning all these elements effectively. The excitement isn't limited to management decisions or player movements. It extends directly to the field, where the implementation of Shanahan's system requires precise execution and a deep understanding of roles among the players. This offensive philosophy, which emphasizes balance and adaptability, allows the team to maintain efficiency even when unforeseen challenges arise. The depth of talent across the roster ensures that rotational players and practice squad members can step up when needed, providing both insurance and opportunities for young talent to shine. As a result, the team is not only preparing to compete in every game, but is also laying the foundation for sustained success over the course of the season. From uniforms to injury updates, player negotiations, and strategic planning, the 49ers are positioning themselves to make a strong statement this season. The team's approach reflects a blend of tradition and innovation, honoring the legacy of the franchise while embracing the changes necessary to stay competitive in a dynamic league. For fans, this combination creates both excitement and confidence, as every decision made by the front office and coaching staff seems calculated to maintain the franchise's competitive edge while also addressing potential risks proactively. The ripple effects of other teams' decisions, particularly high-profile trades and contracts like the Parsons deal, provide context for understanding the 49ers' strategic positioning. With many NFC teams facing uncertainty or restructuring, San Francisco has the opportunity to leverage consistency, depth, and forward-thinking decision-making to its advantage. This situational awareness, combined with a healthy roster and emerging talent, creates an environment where the 49ers can not only compete, but potentially dominate within the conference. In terms of fan engagement, the excitement around the new uniforms, key acquisitions, and anticipated performance adds another layer to the narrative. Fans are invested not only in the on-field results, but also in the evolving storylines that shape the team's identity and potential. The combination of player health, system execution, and roster depth ensures that every game brings meaningful competition and opportunities for standout performances. The energy surrounding the team is palpable, and with each practice update and strategic move, it becomes clear that the 49ers are prepared to make this season one to remember. The next phase of the season will test not only the team's preparation and depth, but also its ability to integrate new or returning players into an already complex system. How effectively these players adjust and contribute will have a direct impact on both short-term outcomes and long-term strategy. The front office's willingness to make calculated decisions, whether regarding contracts, acquisitions, or injury management, reflects an understanding that sustainable success requires both adaptability and foresight. As the season progresses, the team's approach to balancing immediate performance with long-term planning will be a key factor in determining overall success. This is a team that is actively positioning itself for both present and future success, combining depth, experience, and strategic thinking. Every decision, from roster management to game planning, is informed by the dual goal of maximizing immediate performance and safeguarding long-term competitiveness. Fans should take note of the deliberate approach, as it signals a franchise committed to excellence and capable of navigating the complexities of the NFL landscape with skill and precision. The sense of momentum within the team is also reinforced by the careful management of player health and the potential return of key contributors. As Dominic Pun, Jordan Watkins, and others progress toward readiness, the team gains not only talent, but also confidence in executing its game plan effectively. This convergence of readiness, depth, and strategic oversight sets the stage for a season filled with compelling storylines, high-level competition, and opportunities for both individual and collective success. This environment of preparedness, combined with a focus on depth and versatility, ensures that the 49ers are not just reacting to challenges, but proactively shaping their trajectory. The ability to integrate returning players, manage injury timelines, and maintain strategic flexibility is central to the team's approach, creating a framework for sustained success. All right, let's continue diving into the 49ers world because there's so much happening that it's impossible not to feel energized about the season ahead. One of the most intriguing aspects right now revolves around the wide receiver room, which has been generating significant buzz. Kendrick Bourne's potential return is a storyline that carries both nostalgia and strategic value. Bourne was a key contributor in his previous stint, and bringing him back could restore some of the offensive balance that the 49ers rely on. His ability to convert limited targets into touchdowns makes him a versatile weapon, especially in a system that spreads the ball across multiple receivers. This season, with players like Jauan Jennings potentially unavailable early on, having someone like Bourne step in could be critical. The dynamics of the wide receiver room are further complicated by younger players and practice squad members who are showing promise. Shanahan's offensive system thrives on flexibility, and these players could see meaningful snaps throughout the season, giving the team depth and options even in challenging circumstances. In parallel with these internal developments, the 49ers are carefully observing how other NFC teams are evolving. The trade of Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers is a perfect example of how high-profile moves elsewhere can influence strategic thinking. Parsons' new contract is unprecedented for a non-quarterback and immediately reshapes the salary cap landscape for the Packers. While they gain an elite defensive player, the long-term implications of allocating such a substantial portion of resources to a single individual are significant. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, despite receiving first-round draft picks, are losing arguably the best defensive talent they've had in decades. This situation creates openings for other NFC teams, including San Francisco, as rivals are navigating uncertainties in both roster and financial planning. It's a vivid reminder that success in the league isn't just about on-field talent, but also about understanding timing, opportunities, and how the moves of other franchises impact the competitive landscape. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers have been circulating throughout the NFL landscape, and the latest storm seems to center on the San Francisco 49ers, as insider chatter suggests a controversial decision has shaken the locker room. Sources close to the organization indicate that head coach Kyle Shanahan, known for his strategic mind and occasional fiery temperament, has reportedly made the difficult choice to part ways with defensive back Ambry Thomas following an incident that has yet to be fully disclosed. While official statements remain vague, Those familiar with the situation claim that the decision was not taken lightly and emerged after a pattern of behavior that clashed with the team's discipline culture. The locker room atmosphere, according to whispers, is one of tension and speculation, with teammates quietly discussing the implications of Thomas's sudden exit. Rumors hint at internal meetings that stretched late into the evening, as Shanahan allegedly weighed the potential impact on team morale against the necessity of upholding standards. The 49ers organization has historically projected an image of unity and professionalism, making the apparent fracture all the more surprising to observers and fans alike, who are now poring over every press conference and social media post for hints of the deeper story behind the decision that has stunned the football world. Sources claim that the unfolding drama surrounding Ambry Thomas may have deeper roots than a single incident, as insiders hint at a buildup of tensions that reportedly reached a tipping point during recent practices and team meetings. Kyle Shanahan, whose coaching style combines meticulous preparation with high expectations for player conduct, is rumored to have addressed what some describe as recurring issues privately before ultimately resorting to the public decision to remove Thomas from the roster. The timing of the decision, sources say, is particularly notable because it comes during a period when the team is strategically positioning itself for the remainder of the season, making roster stability an urgent priority. Teammates are purportedly caught between understanding the coach's standpoint and processing the sudden departure of a colleague with whom bonds have been formed over multiple seasons. Analysts suggest that this move may signal a stricter approach from Shanahan moving forward, potentially affecting team dynamics and defensive strategies. Rumors have spread that the coach's office has been flooded with messages from concerned players seeking clarification, while sports commentators speculate about how this decision might influence both public perception and future recruitment strategies, creating a swirl of discussion that keeps fans glued to news outlets and social media feeds, dissecting every possible implication. The San Francisco 49ers fan base, known for its passionate and sometimes intense scrutiny, has reportedly erupted into online debates following the announcement, with social media platforms acting as an echo chamber for speculation and conjecture. Observers who follow the team closely have noted that Ambry Thomas's removal could reshape the team's defensive strategies, with analysts predicting shifts in secondary alignments and coverage schemes in response to his absence. According to insiders, Shanahan's office has been the epicenter of high-level discussions regarding potential replacements and adjustments, with coaching staff reportedly reviewing game film late into the night to anticipate the impact of losing a player with Thomas's skill set. Rumors hint that the decision may have been influenced not only by on-field behavior, but also by off-field interactions that created friction within the locker room. Fans and pundits alike are reportedly dissecting past games and practice sessions for subtle signs of tension, while team insiders provide cryptic statements suggesting that the incident itself involved more complexity than is publicly acknowledged. The narrative has quickly taken on a life of its own, fueled by leaks, speculations, and unverified accounts that collectively contribute to an atmosphere of uncertainty, leaving the 49ers' future defensive cohesion and overall team morale under intense scrutiny from media outlets, fan forums, and the wider NFL community. Amidst the swirling rumors, there is speculation that Kyle Shanahan's decision could have far-reaching consequences beyond the immediate removal of Ambry Thomas, potentially signaling a cultural shift within the 49ers organization that prioritizes discipline and accountability above individual talent. Insiders suggest that this choice may serve as a message to other players, reinforcing expectations for conduct, teamwork, and adherence to coaching directives, creating a ripple effect that could influence both veteran and younger players. Analysts have reportedly noted that Shanahan's track record includes moments of tough decision-making that sometimes divide opinion, but ultimately reflect a commitment to long-term team success. Sources indicate that internal discussions have explored scenarios ranging from the short-term impact on defensive rotations to potential shifts in leadership dynamics within the locker room, as team captains and coordinators adjust to the sudden void left by Thomas. Rumors persist that the decision also intersects with contract considerations, salary cap strategies, and future draft plans, making the situation far more layered than a simple disciplinary action. Fans are reportedly dissecting every public comment and tweet from players and staff, hoping to glean insights into the true scale and reasoning behind the move, while sports media speculation continues to elevate the story into a major talking point, with pundits debating whether Shanahan's approach represents a bold reinforcement of standards or a risk that could unsettle team chemistry in the critical weeks ahead. As the narrative continues to evolve, there are whispers that Ambry Thomas's future in the NFL may become a focal point for discussions about player accountability, team culture, and the pressures faced by athletes under intense scrutiny. Insiders hint that other franchises are monitoring the situation closely, evaluating whether acquiring. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.